So, hello and welcome to our Q&A in the Palace. You have made this wonderful movie, Happy. It's a documentary, but it seems like a feature film. How did you manage to do that?
Yeah, first of all, thanks to invite me here, and it's the European first premiere of the movie. Happy is part of a trilogy. I wrote a trilogy about teenagers, youth people, and the idea was to talk about young people that that are together thanks to the passion for the speediness. In Happy, we see how they make a group. They are kind of a tribe. Thanks to the three-wheel, the tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
In the first chapter of the trilogy, I was working with people in the Venice area, in Chioggia, and the same teenagers, they were not the same group, but same age, same style. They were gathering around little boats, speed boats. So the idea of the trilogy, and then the third chapter gonna be in Napoli, that is my city, and is with motorbikes. So I thought that I wanted to talk about how teenagers stay together around something and not everyone alone by himself or herself. In this case, it's a connection made by a festival, actually, because the first chapter of the trilogy was screened in a festival in Aosta, that is a region, Valle d'Aosta is a region of north of Italy. And while I was screening my first movie, 40 cavalli, 40 horsepower, yes, I saw in the street of Aosta people going by three-wheel, by tuk-tuk. So I thought maybe this can be the second chapter of the trilogy. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I knew that the first chapter was in Venice and third in Napoli, but I was looking for the second. It's like if I come here in Pernik and I see guys, I don't know, going around on a moped, maybe I want to make a movie about them. And so I make some production agreement with the local film commission, and I found the production. And my way to work is to go in the place to have like an immersive work in that area, to get involved in the place where I want to work. And I started to know these people. First, I made a research using Instagram and TikTok. It's something that I usually do, especially with teenagers. Is the way to know where they go, how they gather, what they do. And I did a little troupe, me, the sound manager, and an assistant, and we just jumped there. I never directed them. It seems like, but they are totally free to do whatever they want. I am totally free to do whatever I want with them. I take any risk. And for me, it's important this, to risk, to involve, to feel the adrenaline, the fear, because it's something that makes me excited. I make cinema because I have to be happy, not because I wanted to talk about youth people, but I wanted to express their positive side. Of course, going on motorbike or boat can be dangerous, but my aim is not to judge them, but to be with them. So I spend one full summer with them.
Yeah, I was about to ask how much time did you spend with them?
It was almost 1 month.
Because they have to accept you.
Yeah, that's the point.
This is the main problem, I think, in the documentary, that you have to be, in order to be honest, you don't have to direct people, but you have to be with them. So they will be honest with you, and the movie is on.
Yeah, you should just be very direct with them. I told them that I wanted to speak about their life, and first of all, I told them my life. We had a very deep and intense conversation without camera, in which I showed them the other movies I did, and I told them my passion for the speediness or for the motorbike. I never drive a three-wheel. I did with them, but before I did, this is something that you use for, I don't know, agriculture or for market. It's very weird to use in the way they do. and for me was like, let's share each other passion. Then the fact that I come from Napoli was helping me, because in Italy, it's a city, let's say, more chaotic, maybe. It was, at least. And for those guys in Valle d'Aosta, that is a very small region, it was kind of, why this guy from Napoli is coming here to make a movie with us? So that was a nice deal with them and with their parents, of course, because they saw me. They are all under 18. And sometimes when they see me, of course, they want to talk with me. And I go to talk very sincerely. I said, I'm doing this trilogy. They can be the protagonist of the second chapter. Actually, the one of the movie, they were not the first that I was choosing. I chose others, but then I saw that those guys they had also they had car, they had motorbike. They were not very passionate about 3 wheels. So I changed it. And this one were the right one, because I remember that when I was filming them, they were really not caring about me. Or for example, they didn't say me where they go. And this I love. I don't want that they explain me everything. There are some directors, maybe they want to control everything. I prefer when it's not under control, and I have to follow them or be there before then they arrive. So we were actually running. We had a car, and we try always to arrive before. And it was funny because the sound manager, he expected a very peaceful shooting.
Of course.
But it was not at all.
As all the sound managers.
Yeah. It was really, really exciting.
Yeah, this is a challenge, of course. It's a big challenge even for the sound, and I think that the fact that you didn't know what's going on made that it seems like a feature film.
It can be.
I think that this is the answer of the question.
I enjoyed it a lot, that's true.
And this is we can see that in the movie that you enjoy that, and it's a nice, and as you said, this is your passion about the speed, and that's why you decided to make this kind of documentary. Yeah, it's an amazing piece of art.
Thank you.
And the audience, do you have any questions? Okay, I will just ask you another one. As you see, all your characters are under 18, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think about young people?
Yeah, I can
in general, in those days, they are not on their mobile. They have a passion which is different than all the others. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I can say that I have a positive view. I work a lot with children and with youngsters, even with cinema, even with workshops and so on. And I try to look for the positive things they have always. But this is my way to live, generally.
Of course.
In the case of youngsters, I see that, for example, in my city, often they are used for example, they took a teenager and the teenager should act as. And this is something I don't like to do, because then you impress in the mind of the teenager a view that is just your view. He should be free or she should be free to do whatever he wants. And it's something that when they see me, they think that they have to control in a way, because there is an adult, there is a camera. But after a while, I say, don't control yourself. Risk, do whatever. It's not me that I have to judge you. Maybe your parents, maybe school, I don't know. But I am just another person in your life that can give you some good example, but also that should give you the possibility to express as you want. And this, I think, give them the possibility to be creative. That is much more expressive in documentary. I work in a kind of observational, anthropological way, rather than if I should direct them. Because I see that it's fake when they do the teenagers.
Of course.
I just prefer they are themselves. You should be very patient, because sometimes, for example, they give you an appointment and they don't come. But that's the risk. And that waiting time I consider very important, because in the waiting time, I develop my ideas and they understand that I am there for them. And that is very important for the other person, that you wait for them. If you want to organize everything, his life is set by you. But if you just wait for a teenager, then he or she will arrive, maybe after 2-3 hours waiting, but...
You just have to be patient, as you said.
That's true.
Yeah, and you need that time because you are making that kind of connection. And
and I had fantastic mountains around. So for me, it was like I am here working with the speediness, and there is a so deep calm and silence around, quietness. That was a very big contrast.
Yeah,
in a way, in editing, we did it.
Yeah. That's nice. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And just to ask you, my last question is, did you make feature films?
Yes. I made. Now I'm doing the second one.
Yeah.
And I made the first one in Napoli, in my area. We even in an observational way with people from Ivory Coast dancing underground of the city.
Okay.
It's another illegal side of their life. Yeah, but this API was created as short. The idea was to create 3 shorts and put together and one big movie that is kind of a glimpse of teenagers and speed.
Okay, I will wait to see the third one, and I wish
maybe
you...
come here again.
Okay, of course, it will come.
Thank you.
I hope. Thank you very much. Thank you for making movies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
Alla fine abbiamo tutto. Abbiamo trovato tutto. Ci manca solo sto motore e...
Le chiavi ve le avevo date?
No.
Ma non mi sono ancora preparato.
Gallo! Vai. Oh, non così tanto. Ah, la vita, lo stai piacendo!
Con calma, Matte.
Lo so, e non entra.
Metti giù. Piano.
Piano.